Hello, friend Jim here with JB's Big Adventure, coming to you from Lake Chapala, Mexico. And I've got a great video because there's been some happenings around here that I want to make sure that you know about. And if you're a motorcycle rider, you're going to want to really know about this information. But before I get to that, if you haven't already, I'd like to encourage you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's fast, free, and easy to do. Bottom right-hand corner, little red box. Tap on it, you're subscribed. You know when our next video comes out. Also, give us one of those thumbs up. Lets other people know it's a great video to watch about retiring to Lake Chapala. Okay, now on to the video. Well, you could really see that in the heading, I talked about if you don't do this, then they're going to take your bike. Now, I want to preface that. Here, motorcycles is like the main transportation when it comes to the road. There's a lot of people who ride bikes and such, but they actually ride the bikes in the bike path. But motorcycles. And as you're driving, you could actually be driving. You got motorcycles that will come on either side of you and, go right beside you and take off. So what has happened is there are some laws here in Mexico when it comes to bike owners that are wanting to ride bikes here in Mexico. One of the main ones is you've got to have a helmet. I can't tell you how many people that Barbara and I have seen riding motorcycles with no helmet. We've literally seen a mother, a father. We've seen two kids in the middle. We've seen two kids and then one on the gas tank. I mean, it's amazing what I've seen. And not one of them have a motorcycle helmet on. So that's a big thing here. So here's what happened. Just this week, they actually had 3 long flatbeds that they were loading bikes onto. Now, here's why they were loading them on. Because for one, they didn't have a helmet. They were not riding with the helmet. And it's a big thing. And I got to tell you, the police presence was huge. It was huge. I mean, we're talking about the federales, the National Guard, local police. I mean, there was a little bit of each of those organizations that were actually there, and they were confiscating these bikes. Now, the second thing that they were looking for is making sure that they actually have the thing registered. And is it registered in their name? That's a huge thing when it comes to motorcycles in Mexico. Here's why. Because there are people that sell motorcycle. I got bicycles on my mind that sell motorcycles, and it's not done legally. It's going from one hand to another hand, and that's basically what takes place. So having registration, having the correct papers for the motorcycle is really important. Number 3 is having insurance. Now that's also a big one here. So they're confiscating all these bikes for 3 huge reasons. And I just want to tell you, there is nothing like seeing motorcycle after motorcycle after motorcycle on the back of a flatbed tow truck. Pretty amazing. And they just kept them coming on. I mean, it was quite the sight. So the reason I share this isn't because it's a negative. It's because the motorcycles that I saw were not just the motorcycles like they get locally. They're really inexpensive. They're not all road bikes. A lot of them are MX, for off-road. They ride a lot of those here because they're inexpensive and easy to get. Another one is like kind of like a moped, a little scooter that they also ride. I mean, I was just amazed. When we were driving down and we were in that area, I told Barbara I could not believe it's almost like this is like one of the first times I have ever seen the rules, the laws on the road being enforced. Normally, people run red lights here, so that's not really enforced. The way you park here, they park any which way, and that doesn't get enforced. So there's a lot of things. It's Mexico that don't necessarily get enforced. But boy, they were taking these motorcycles left and right. In fact, I felt bad for some of the guys because there are people that have those motorcycles that are working jobs, and now they don't have those motorcycles. Now, the last thing, the number 4 thing, is for motorcycles being stolen. Now, I've never heard anybody here that has had a motorcycle that's gotten stolen. Now, have I heard of motorcycles stolen? I have, maybe twice in 2.5 years that we've been here. They'll leave their motorcycles out. Obviously, they're locked. They take the key and everything, and they cross the handlebars so it locks. But I have heard from 2 people that they have had their bike stolen. So also the motorcycles could have been stolen. So those 4 things are really what they were looking for with all these motorcycles. So here's the plus thing that comes out of this. And that is that when there's motorcycles going down on each side of you, and they don't just go the same speed you're going, they are really going by. All it would take is for a passenger of our car, open up the door just a little bit, and it's done. I mean, that's what it's like. Now, it's taken motorcycles off of the road. I'd like to think that somehow they were able to get them back if they produce insurance or whatever it may be. But I mean, just it's a poor country. A motorcycle is one of the less expensive modes of transportation besides a bicycle. And these individuals are workers. I've seen them with weed whackers under their arm riding their motorcycle. I saw one guy in the back of a motorcycle carrying an entire door across the back of the motorcycle, and they were delivering a door somewhere. I mean, it's unbelievable. So they really have cracked down just recently. And I just want to say that I embrace the culture here. I love the Mexican people. I really do. Barbara and I both do. We really embrace what goes on here. But this was like one of those times where I got to let folks know that if they've got a motorcycle, they want to make sure they're wearing a helmet. If you're out driving around, you want to make sure you got your registration in there and you've got Mexican motorcycle insurance. It's huge. Really, really important. So I wanted to report that so you didn't hear about what was taking place and it ended up being something totally different. It's amazing the stories that come out here locally. I mean, the things that happen and people blow it up and they add to the story, and it's amazing just how things get blown up a lot bigger than what they are. So I wanted to share that with you. I think it's important information. If you're a bike lover, if you're a motorcycle rider and you enjoy riding, there's ways of doing it and doing it legally. I just want to encourage if you're a bike rider to do that. That way your bike never gets taken. So friend, I hope this has been helpful for you. If you haven't already, I'd like to encourage you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's a great community. I know you want to be a part of this. There's a little red box, bottom right-hand corner. Tap on it, subscribe, and you'll know when our next video comes out. Also, give us one of those thumbs up. Lets other people know it's a great video to watch about retiring to Lake Chapala. Also, hit the bell, and then make sure that you also come by and maybe leave a comment or say hi. Let us know of a video idea that you've got, and then we'll look into that about doing that video. So again, thank you for being a part of this community, a part of this channel. Have an awesome day. We'll see you on the next video.